Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This this quick video, should I say, it's called Blessings in the Hidden. And it was, I've said I work with special needs children. And working with them, I swear, it's taught me so much. And it's like you have to see through their special needs in order to see what they have as a blessing or a gift. And we got a couple of children here that, I could say they could make my bum itch. That's how much they could get on my nerves. But, they're blessings nonetheless. And one particular child, I sat there the other day and I thought about the things that he has as, what do I call it? This is a blessing, He's a child that, we're talking about elementary school children, that autistic, or the ASD spectrum, and he's the conspiracy theorist of the class. And because I know that a lot of people allow the children on the internet, and they gain a lot of information from there. So I looked to him, and at that moment I was like, if his parents could give him a topic, like, because, like I said, he's a conspiracy theorist, and he'll bring with so many different scenarios, and you'd be like, well, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Or, come on now, that's a bit far-fetched. But he's really looking into it. I said, he would be a great researcher in regards to give him a topic like space or something like that. And he'd be brilliant at bringing that wisdom, because one is, that topic is never ending, and two, is something that he can focus his attention on. And I've seen when he focuses on some things, he's able to bring these things out. So I was like, I think his parents need to give him something to really, really focus on in order to see the beauty in his gifts. Because remember, these children, and the reason why they brought this to me, remember, I always ask, how do we change the vibration of this planet we love? So it's like we're having to see our gifts hidden through some of the life experiences that we have. Not everybody, Alafia, my dear, how you doing? Not everybody is blessed to have a golden spoon in their mouth and be able to have things given to them and stuff like that. A lot of people are challenged. A lot of people have gone through a lot of challenging times with families, growing up in hard times. And yet nobody's exempt of having these gifts. And then the other thing that brought this to my attention was I watched Hidden Colors, and I sat there and I was like, you see, that is the gift of the ancestors. First and foremost, with the children that I work with, I understand through their limitations, being able to see through their limitations, you can assist them in bringing out the great talents they have. And so when I watched Hidden Figures, I think it's Hidden Figures, or Hidden Figures, I think Hidden Figures, I realized, you cannot tell me for somebody to be able to count numbers like a computer and get even more accurate than a computer. You cannot tell me that that's not gift from that spiritual realm. Agboato Ashori Iwari Wafon. You cannot tell me if I shall. Thank you. Hidden Colors, thank you. Is it Hidden Colors? The one that, what's her name? Taraji P. Henson and, I forgot her name. There's 3 black women back in the day. Is it Hidden Colors? Okay. Well, that anyway. But I'm like, you can't tell me that the ancestors are not working through her to be able to do the things that she does. That brilliance of mine, that's a gift from somewhere else. And so what they showed me is that we all have that within us. We all have that type of capability within us. But we've got to have the wisdom to look in ourselves. Oh, you're talking about another. Okay. So I think it is Hidden Figures. I think that's what it is, Hidden Figures. But so they're saying that we have so much within us that needs to be expressed, to be brought out as gifts to this world. Because, like I said, looking at my children, And there are limitations where, you know what I mean, one, their focus is, I guess, like one of our children is, he's a Nigerian, and he's, when I say anything technical, Hidden Figures, thank you, Caesar, Hidden Figures, absolutely. And when I say he's brilliant, but like I said, not but, and he has the autistic space. But what I see, the gifts, I mean, he's just got tested in the gifted program, and that's usually for, you know, general education, general population. But he's just been tested for that. So that lets you know that there is gifts that come with us that is not readily seen with the naked eye. That you have to go in a little deeper in order to either see them in somebody and nurture them in somebody to bring them out. And so this is what the ancestors want us to start seeing past. Seeing past the appearance of people can be an illusion. You know, so many of us wear masks about not wanting people to see the real us, or we've gone through so much pain, so we got this protective layer over us that we don't want others to be able to penetrate that, in order, because we still don't want to get hurt. But in blocking ourselves off, we block off the beauty that is a part of us too. And that's where these gifts come to shine. And, you know, like I said, we all have gifts that we need to bring into this world in order to shift it. If we're going to change this vibration of this planet with love, then we have to do that. And the way we do that is to nurturing what we have within us. So like I said, me working with these children, like I said, it's taught me so much, because, you know, children turn into adults. And where you see what adults are suffering with, or what adults, suffering with, whether they were in the special needs program, you can tell. You can see what their challenges are. And most of the time, a lot of people don't want to accept that mental health or that space, because they want to say everything's normal. But truth be told, I think we've all got a little bit of something going on. You know what I mean? You know, if we didn't, we wouldn't hide. We wouldn't be fearful of the stuff that we don't want other people to see. Alafia, how you doing? So it's like, you know, we got to start seeing past this space, the front, the mask that we put on, or people put on, in order to appreciate the gifts that people have. We have to nurture that space. That's another thing, that nurturing. Other people sometimes don't know how to nurture themselves in order to get the best out of them. And so, like I said, working with children, it's taught me one thing. I know, they know, without even if I don't say it, they know that I love them without a shadow of a doubt, because how I am able for them to do the things that I ask them to do. And then even when you got some teachers that they'll want to fight, but hearing me and listening to me, they'll do what I say. Even when they want to kick off, they'll calm it down. So I'm like, you have to nurture some of this energy into people in order for them to receive it, to see that they have it within themselves, so they start to see the greatness within them. And so that's what they wanted us to see as the ancestors. They have so much wisdom within them, so much gifts that they have, that, remember, their wisdom flows through us. But if we don't take the time to access that wisdom is lost. So, you know, in the hidden, it's like blessed in the hidden is what this video is called. It's like in those hidden spaces that people don't see, because, you know, if you're just looking at surfacely, you know, oh, that person's beautiful, oh, they can sing, oh, they can do this. That's not the only place that gifts are there. You nurturing that space and nurturing the person to allow that to come up is what we all need. You know what I mean? We all need that support or that encouragement to allow our gifts, our innate gifts, to come up. Because you know what? There's a teacher in all of us somewhere. But we gotta give ourselves the credit and the trust to allow it to come up. But the ancestors, like I said, the ancestral realm is so deep, and it's like, no, they've got so much wisdom that they want us they want us to express. But the only way we can express it is if we access it, and access it from an inner perspective. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to kind of We have to honor that space and ask for that guidance, because it's in that hidden space that, you know what I mean, there's so much potential. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Like I said, our children, you know, looking at them, you'd think that, you know, because they're challenged because of the things that they could do. But I stood there and I looked at all of our children and I could see all the potentials and their gifts within them if channeled in the correct way. School systems is quite challenging because, you know, they kind of focus on the wrong things when, you know, certain children need to learn, you know, social skills. Yes, academics, yeah, they need to learn how to read and write and stuff like that. But the academics that they're trying to make gen ed and special needs do exactly the same when they're already challenged. So how are they going to be able to do the same things as the general population, which, you know, there's a challenge, but you're still making them test that way? It is ludicrous. But in nurturing the things that they have within them, you know, one of my children, she's drawing little things on papers all the time. So I bought her a sketch pad, and now she's drawing bigger pictures and much more beautiful, elaborate things. And I'm like, she's an artist, and she just needs to be given that opportunity to do that and love doing it at the same time. But if we just keep seeing it on a little scrap piece of paper, that's all. I was like, nah, I'm gonna get you something so you can do more of that. So I'm just saying, like I said, we all have gifts, and the blessings are the hidden gifts. Those hidden gifts that people don't see, but is in there, and we all have them. And when we nurture each other in order to allow them to come up, you'll be surprised at how this world changes, how people's lives change when they feel that they have something to offer. They have some type of beauty, have some type of wisdom, something to give that other people would appreciate. You know what I mean? So we got to do more of that. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's light in all of us. And that light is that ancestral connection that we have continuously. Like I said, I've got a greater understanding of the ancestral realm and how it, I won't say how it governs, but how it operates. And with that, it's like there's so much more that we can learn and grow with and do if we work on ourselves and we love on ourselves and we nurture ourselves. And then in nurturing ourselves and nurturing others, hopefully that'll stop people feeling like they have to wear a mask in order to just to live. You know, the most beautiful thing to be is authentic to yourself. Being authentic to yourself is authentic to your ancestral line, and that space there will bring you so much more wisdom. Good afternoon. Oh, is it still morning? No, it's good afternoon. Good afternoon, Roxanne. How you doing? Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm not gonna take up too much more time. But yeah, the blessings are in the hidden. If I can see through my children's disabilities, you know what I mean, or you know, in order to see the beauty and the gifts that they have, we can do it with each other. And if we have the ability to do that, then we have to nurture that in ourselves and in others. And I'm telling you, you'll see have beautiful results. Luckily, with these children, I usually have them for like 2 years, you know, 4th and 5th grade, and you see how much they grow within the 2 years and how much they come out of their self and how much they're able to do. You know what I mean? And that thing, that you won't see that if you don't, you wouldn't see all that if you don't nurture that energy. You don't love them to see that space. So that's why I keep saying the thing that's missing in this world is that element of love, because love will not allow you to just keep messing and trying to destroy people's worlds. If we all live in a space of love, that love will have the wisdom to want everybody to heal and to grow and to, you know, to change the world. I keep saying that's an element, that's an energy. And I'm not saying it's missing. I'm saying that we don't have a great concept of that. You know, we don't have the greatest understanding of what love is, because we confuse it with physical love, how you feel with another person. That divine love is not even the same. And the reason why I say it's not even the same is because it doesn't have any conditions. And when it comes to relationships, if you have a condition on how you love a person based on what they can do or what they can't do, then it's not love. And so I'm saying, within the world that we live in, the whole entire planet is missing that key component within their own life, because loving you is the energy that gives off first and foremost. And then you're able to see and nurture others with that same blessing that you've been blessed with. So I'm going to leave that there. Like I said, blessings in the hidden. And just know that hidden realm or that hidden space within yourself. You have many gifts, many gifts that want to come through. You know what I mean? You know, and I wasn't going to talk about this now, but I'm going to bring this up. You know, they brought to my attention, when the ancestors want you to be doing something, if they brought to your attention something that you need to be doing in this world, if you don't, how do I put it? If you don't integrate that wisdom that they bring, whatever you're trying to achieve in this lifetime is not going to take place, because that element that they're trying to introduce to you is a part of your destiny. It's a component that needs to be integrated in you in order to move to the next level or to the next step. So if they're bringing certain things to your world or to your mindset, it's to assist you in elevating, whether it is initiation, whether it is, getting taught some other things. Whatever it is, if they bring it to your world, it's for a reason. The ancestors don't do nothing for naught, you know what I mean? Even if it's for a lesson, but in the lesson, that wisdom is integrated into you. So either way, a lot of things that we learn or a lot of things that we take in can be hidden from our understanding right now, but we have to be trusting that the wisdom that they're bringing is something good for us and for the majority, for the world. So like I said, if the ancestors bring a piece of information to you that you're like, what, don't cancel it out. Don't cancel that information out. If they're talking about you getting initiated, they're talking about you going to visit another country, taking certain medications, and I say medications like spiritual stuff and stuff like that. If they bring certain things to your attention, guaranteed it's something that's going to assist you on your journey. Unfortunately, we do not do enough to accept the expansive. No, because, there's too many fears. It's the fears that keep you stuck or keep you closed-minded. They want us to be open-minded. They want us to be able to experience new things. They want us to be... We're supposed to be in a space of joy 24/7. You know what I mean? Not saying that we're not going to learn... we don't have challenging things to block us, but we're in a space where we have to... joy is what... Joy lets you know that, that living in that space of joy is a peace. And when there's a lack of it, you know that there's other problems in that vicinity. So when you have a lack of joy, you got to figure out, okay, what am I doing, or what's wrong? Because joy is meant to be our innate way of life. You know what I mean? Joy and happiness and being able to take in all the goodness that this world has to offer. We didn't come here for nothing. There's too many feelings and emotions that are great in order for us to experience. There's too many good feelings that we have that are just not for nothing. You know what I mean? There's too many of them. whether what feels good, sometimes you eat a good meal and that makes you feel great. Sometimes, you know what I mean, sex, the thought process of sex and that sex drive, come on now, it ain't for nothing. That's what I'm saying. There's so much more to us that we block ourselves off without being able to nurture that. We got to nurture ourselves and nurture that wisdom that wants to come through us all. So again, the blessings are in the hidden. Don't stay with a mask on. Don't cover yourself. Open your mind up to so much more that they want to teach us and show us. But I'm going to leave it there, okay? Because, blessings in the hidden. We all have our gifts. And whether they're hidden or not, we can nurture them to bring them up, okay? But I love you, and I love me too. And